Hey, how's it going? NES&Up here with another review to a cool little gem called Kave Adventure. First off, I want to give a huge thanks to the devs and publishers over at 7 Levels for giving me the opportunity to review this. So with that being said, I want to start off by saying Kave is a cool little action platformer. You play as Kave, a tribe chief who was banished by his own people. After being literally thrown out of your tribe, you come across a jetpack left behind by an alien invader. Yes, an alien invader in prehistoric times. Maybe this is what they meant in Ancient Aliens all along, right? Yeah, this game has lots of comedy in it. It's cheesy, but it's all lighthearted and fun. I think any fan of the genre will appreciate it. So let's start this off by getting into the gameplay, as that's what matters the most to me in any kind of video game, whether it's retro or not. I care about gameplay first. So let's jump right into it. So I gotta say, this is a tightly knit action adventure platforming. In my time playing, I didn't experience any sluggish controls or difficulties. Everything worked pretty well. You jump, jetpack, swing your club at enemies, and you could also chuck rocks with a slingshot. The game also has a very important move that I use the most in my defense. The charge move, they call it. It kind of reminded me of the slingshot ability in Ori. Here, let's check this little move out now. What makes it great is that it makes you invulnerable to damage, so if you need to avoid getting hurt, it becomes really helpful in those tough times. Of course, this move also helps you get through some parts in the level by using it to break through breakable floors and walls and things like that. Another thing I want to mention is that in the game, you come across these food pickups that you use to refill your life at the press of a button. Here's a little tip. If you think you can wait until a checkpoint without using a life, do so, because as soon as you get the checkpoint, your life meter will be fully replenished. That seemed to help me a lot. Kave Adventure also has these other pickups that you come across in the levels that kind of count, well, they do count as a currency that you can use to upgrade your jetpack, club length, health, rocks thrown, and even how much food you can carry. This is what the upgrade screen looks like. I must say, what I really liked about the game is that the enemies are not cheaply positioned to be rage-inducing or just to stress you out, and neither are the platforming parts. In this retro scene, we do like challenges at times, but we don't want, well, I'm gonna speak for myself. I don't want every game to be difficult and just pissing me off all the time. I think most of you guys are the same way too. I think the toughest part of the game is when you're doing these actual little auto-scrolling parts. While they aren't too hard, I think you'll die maybe once or twice in them, but I think you'll be flying through them in no time, honestly. Now let's talk about the sound and the visuals. The sound effects in the game are great, and the music in some of the levels had that tribal feeling. It kinda reminded me a bit of Crash Bandicoot at times. And I really loved and appreciated that so much. So yeah, all I gotta say is just that the music is well done and it suits the game and its environment really well. So good work on that 7 Levels. It really gives it a good feeling. The graphics are nice too. I mean, don't expect to get your mind blown away. They're really pretty and the backgrounds are beautiful. It's definitely a fresh looking game, but I don't want somebody to think by me saying it's beautiful that you're gonna be seeing the second coming of Christ through this video game. It's not like that, but it's very clean. Overall, on top of everything, I gotta say that the game gave me a nice feeling overall. Sometimes when playing these retro games, you can get lots of frustration. And I think Kave Adventure has none of that. It's a really enjoyable game that makes you want to play more and more with its lighthearted comedy, tight controls, and nice vistas and exotic environments. And it isn't too long, so you never get tired of it. The length is perfect for what it is. It's not like, let's say, what's it called? Rayman. Those games, they're so long that by the time I'm 8 hours into it, I'm like, oh my god, when is this game gonna end? Other than the retro scene, what this game really reminds me of is when Xbox Live would have their Summer of Arcade event, and those games were great. It's for me, it's that kind of quality that I would include with like Explosion Man, and there was a bunch of games that came out on Xbox Live Arcade. I don't know why I can't think of any right now. Oh yeah, and there's also dinosaurs. So who doesn't like that? You know, if I had to give this game some type of rating, I'd give it an A for a retro game. You know, it doesn't take itself too serious, and that's what makes a game like this great for me. If you're into the retro scene, I say it's a must buy at launch. The price tag is fair. It's what, $15 for this the nice little experience. And if you're not into the whole retro scene, I don't even think you'll be watching this video anyway, right? Well, with that being said, I want to say thanks to Seven Levels for giving me the opportunity to play and review this little hidden gem. And you have a new fan now. I'm looking forward to more of your future projects. Take care and keep on gaming, my retro nerds. Peace out.